We told you earlier this week about the lack of police presence in the town of Calvin after the town's chief and only other officer resigned. And now we're hearing from the former police chief. She sat down exclusively with our Angelicia Bruton about why they decided to leave.
The Calvin police chief and another officer both resigned at a city council meeting on election night. They both say one reason is because of lack of resources. Calvin is a town of about 300 people.
Calvin's a really good town. There's a lot of really good people.
But their former police chief, Erica Holter, says even small towns have their issues.
There's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Holter spoke up during a recent city council meeting.
I can no longer continue to be chief of this agency.
Dylan Hale immediately after.
Without Chief Holter's guidance and with my inexperience, I no longer feel safe enforcing the laws within this town.
Resigning with just 2 months on the force.
And what they needed was a full overhaul on the police department.
Holter took over in June for Chief Joe Chitwood, who was arrested last year for meth distribution.
It was starting from ground zero.
Since then, she says she's worked hard to gain the community's trust with projects like putting in a school zone.
The biggest risk that I saw was one child getting hurt.
She says frustration.
There's too much familiar good old boy things, and that's not how I do law enforcement.
And the lack of funding and health insurance was just too much.
I was told that we had workman's comp, and that's what we would deal with. If something happened and I got hurt while I was on work.
I couldn't ever find any that the town could afford in our budget.
Former town administrator Rex Jones, who also stepped down in February, says his hands were tied.
Several of the elderly people come to me and ask what we're going to do for law enforcement.
It breaks my heart for those people.
The town attorney says the Hughes County Sheriff's Office will patrol for now. Angelicia Bruton, Oklahoma's Own, News 9.